Good morning. We don't have a ton going out today. I think I've got we only have 4 orders going out today, but I wanted to go ahead and keep with my consistency and just trying to go live as much as possible. We are also going to be going live from the shop probably in the next 45 minutes to an hour, to where I'll be hopefully posting some stuff for sale. I've got a bunch of Pokemon cards to list. I've got some toys to go through. This lid does not want to fit on this cup very well. Guess we're going no lid today. But also, hopefully we'll have some people coming in to sell stuff and buy stuff while we're there. I have one item going out on my store, so we'll start with that one first, and then the other items are going out on mine and Brandon's store. So the first thing I have here is from my store. This is a Sizzix die cut. This is for, I think it's called like mini shopping bag. I picked up these in one big bundle, I think last year, or even maybe 2 years ago at this point. I've already been well into the profit. Most of these don't sell great, but I sold some for like that $10 to $15 range, and I think I paid $10 for all of them. And this one finally sold for $4.36. But as always, I don't charge, or I don't do free shipping, so the buyer did pay the shipping on this. So there's a little bit extra there, the way the shipping works. So I'll get a little bit on top of that as well. Pretty simple. We're just going to be putting it in this golf ball box with a little bubble wrap on the bottom, just so it's not shifting around inside. And then we'll put just a little bit on top again. It's not to necessarily protect the item as much as it is to stop it from shifting around inside the box. I think it just looks way more professional if when somebody receives a box, the item's not shifting around inside. So it's going to be good like that. The way these boxes are, it's not made for shipping, so I do go around and I tape around the whole edge of the box. So I spend a little extra on the supplies of tape to get this secured properly, but I don't have any money invested in the box because it was given to me. And one more side to go. And if you guys are just now coming in, I did want to let you know that we are going to be going live from the shop in about 45 minutes or so. So hopefully you'll get to see live purchases, live sales, and I'll be doing some listing while I'm there as well. What did I do with my pen? There we go. So this is the only item that I had going out on my store, which was a Sizzix. And then the rest of the stuff that we got going out all came from mine and Brandon's store. So let me log into that one. Okay, just getting logged into that other eBay. So we actually have nine orders going out, but I only have a couple of them here. So the first thing that we're going to go with is a wrestling toy. We have this WWF at the time. They're no longer allowed to be called WWF, but WWF figure. It's the Undertaker. The main issue with this toy is that the plastic is separating from the cardboard back. I did disclose that in the listing. You want to make sure that you always put any type of like big condition thing on there. So we're going to get this bubble wrapped I'm going to go around horizontally first, just for the fact that that is coming loose a little bit. So by going around horizontally, we'll hold that plastic down better than if we went over vertically. I will go over vertically as well, but I'm going to do the horizontal first. And this will just make sure that that plastic stays secured. And then I'm just going to do one layer of bubble wrap to go around the whole top. And we don't want to pull this too tight because it'll start to warp the cardboard and make it kind of curved, and we don't want that. So we're just going to do it kind of lightly on there. Put a little paper in the bottom. So a little paper on the bottom, then we'll go around the edge with the paper as well. And that should be good. So we have that wrestling figure. Do the shake test. It's not shifting around in the box, which is what we're really testing there. Again, this was a WWF figure, and I don't even think I said what I sold it for. But we sold it for $19.99. Buyer did pay the shipping. That wrestling figure came from a pick that we did this summer, where we drove about an hour away, and we got a ton of 90s and early 2000 wrestling figures, all sealed in the package. And we did get a few other things from that person. I think we got like a Pee-wee's Playhouse, couple of dolls. So it ended up being a nice little trip up there. And we did have to go back a second time because we couldn't fit everything in the truck the first time. So this was the Undertaker. And like I said, if you guys are just now coming in, I've said this a few times, but I only had 4 items going out today, but we are going live from the shop in about 45 minutes or so. So keep in mind, I'm going to end the live and then come back and we'll be live at the shop, hopefully doing some purchases, hopefully doing some sales, but I'll also be listing some stuff and kind of prepping some items for sale. Okay, the next 2 items are both Pokemon cards. I got something in my eye besides my finger. So we'll start with this one. We have Nidoqueen. And this is technically an error card. So this came from the Jungle set. And they normally have a little symbol right there that would tell what set it is from. This one is from Jungle set, but there is no symbol. So it's technically an error card. It's not extremely rare or anything like that. It does add a couple dollars onto the value, though. But we only sold this for $14, mainly due to the condition. It wasn't in the greatest shape. We listed it as moderately played. So it's already in its sleeve. I am going to turn the sleeve upside down and put it in there like so. And then I'm going to tape it shut. And the reason I turn it upside down is that way if it slides out of the inner sleeve, it's not going to hit that tape and ruin the card. And because it sold for under $20, we are putting the top loader directly into a normal envelope, and we will send this out what is called eBay standard envelope. And you're only allowed to send stuff out, trading cards and stuff that's under $20. And unfortunately, you're not allowed to do like extra packing on it because it has to make its way through the machine. So it has to be somewhat flexible. hopefully that won't get sent back. I was sending them in these little bubble mailers, and they kept getting sent back to me. So I now am just putting them in a top loader and then throwing them directly into the envelope. The next thing is another Pokemon card. Again, we're sending this out standard envelope, and it's Dark Gyarados or Gyarados. I'm not 100% sure how you pronounce it. This one was listed in heavily played condition. So if it was lightly played or even near mint, if it was near mint, I probably would have tried to send it off to get graded. But because of the condition, we sold it for 15 bucks. And again, I like to put it upside down in the top loader. That way, when I tape it, there's no chance that if it slides out of the inner sleeve, it's going to hit that tape. It'll just go to the bottom of the top loader. And again, we put this directly into a normal envelope, and we will send this off eBay standard envelope. The eBay standard envelope, I think it's like $1.20 or something like that to ship it. So it's super affordable, and it does have tracking with it. So look into that eBay standard envelope. It's only for items that are like trading cards and stuff like that for under $20. And that's the end of what we have. I only had 4 items going out, but I wanted to stick with the consistency and go live. Check back in like 45 minutes to an hour. We should be live at the shop. So hopefully we'll be doing purchases, sales, and I have a lot of stuff to get listed and prep. So this has been Retro Rewinder. Thank you so much for watching, and check back in just a little bit.